New evidence, new questions in the mysterious disappearance of a Long Island woman in Wyoming. Her fiancé still not talking to police.
Still expecting more showers, even a thunderstorm possible by morning.
It's a comedy series based on her own life in Flushing. New York Live sits down with the stars of Aquafina is Nora from Queens. This is News 4 Now for September 16th. I'm Gilma Avalos. A new piece of evidence has surfaced in the search for a missing Long Island woman. Gabby Petito vanished on a road trip with her fiancé. He returned home and will not tell the police or even Gabby's family where she is or what happened. News 4's Romney Smith is in the newsroom with a new video.
I was apologizing to him and saying, I'm sorry that I'm so mean.
This is newly released police body camera video of Gabby Petito from August 12th in Moab, Utah, after a concerned person called police after witnessing her and her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, in a physical altercation.
Sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I just get really frustrated. Not like mean towards him. I just like, I guess my vibe is like, I hear him like in a bad mood.
Police named her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, a person of interest. Laundrie's lawyer says the title, quote, is merely a formality that hasn't changed the circumstances of Mr. Laundrie being the focus and attention of law enforcement, and that he'll continue to stay silent on the advice of counsel. That silence deafening to a family desperately searching for Gabby and wanting her home in Long Island.
If I can make sense of this situation, you know, I wouldn't be as angry because then I'd have some understanding, you know, but I got no sense of it because I'm not told any answers. The only answer I got is Gabby's not with him. So I got to do my job and find her.
This is my car.
In the Bronx, police are searching for the man seen smashing another driver's windshield in a disturbing road rage attack. You can see him jump on the hood and pound on the glass as the terrified driver calls for help. This video was recorded Monday night along the Bronx River Parkway following a minor crash. Police say the attacker took off before officers arrived. The victim was treated at the hospital for cuts and bruises. A FedEx driver in a van faces charges after police say he hit a New Jersey nanny with a stroller and then drove off. This is video of that incident Wednesday morning. The van hit the 55-year-old woman. A 1-year-old girl was strapped into the stroller. They both fell over, but they're okay aside from some scrapes and bruises. Police pulled over that driver nearby and issued several summonses. FedEx says the driver has been suspended and they're cooperating with police. A health alert about a COVID cluster linked to the popular Electric Zoo Music Festival over Labor Day weekend. The city's health department says 16 COVID cases were confirmed at the 3-day festival on Randall's Island. We're told at least 8 people were contagious during the event. Proof of vaccination or a COVID negative test was required to get in. Regardless, anyone who attended is urged to get tested.
Initially, I thought it was kind of expected. It was like inevitable that some small breakage might happen. I'm not surprised. I am a little disappointed.
Over the summer, more than 200 COVID cases were reported at the popular Lollapalooza Music Festival in Chicago. Local health officials caution that that was to be expected, with more than 380,000 people in attendance. Proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test was also required there. None of those cases at Lollapalooza resulted in death or hospitalization. Crowds are once again converging on Little Italy for the return of the Feast of All Feasts after 2 years. The Feast of San Gennaro is underway on Mulberry Street. It features dozens of food vendors and activities celebrating Italian food and culture. And it marks the event's 95th anniversary and its first return since the pandemic. We're told the annual canola eating contest is happening Friday, and the first ever pizza eating contest is set for next week.
Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Maria La Rosa. More of the same as we head into the overnight. We have plenty more cloudiness, a lot of mugginess, and temperatures in the 70s. Maybe a rumble of thunder too before the day is done. After midnight though, an occasional light shower that continues in through the morning hours. Notice the temperature change between the evening and the morning, not very much. What we have going on into tomorrow, that east wind sets up, that locks in the cloud cover and keeps that chance for a few showers even through the day tomorrow. As far as temperatures go, again, not budging much. 70 for the low tomorrow morning, mid-60s from White Plains, Islip and Eastport, Poughkeepsie into Sussex. Again, sticking with the cloudy skies and the chance of showers straight through Friday evening.
It is a groundbreaking show with a new season and set here in the city. New York Live drops in on the cast of Awkwafina is Nora from Queens.
Wake up, Nora! You have to go to work. I can hear you.
I've been going out with Brenda for a while now. This could be serious.
Is it? What do you mean, serious? Oh my God. What are we talking about? Like nonprofit work, charity work?
Acting.
Los Angeles, here we go!
I just want to give you guys the floor to be able to plug season 2. BD, let's start with you. Go.
Well, it's really got all of the fun, crazy stuff that season 1 had, but a lot of emotional family relationship kind of content. We get to see, I mean, from my point of view, Wally gets closer to Brenda, and what does that do to his relationship with Nora? Nora, you talk about what's going on with Nora.
Oh, what's going on with Nora? There's so much chaos. There's destruction. There's angst, and you know, it really is something that I think I'm really proud of this year.
Here's the deal. You guys don't need me to tell you this. The show is hysterical. It's smart. It's also groundbreaking. I would love for you guys to step away from your characters for a second and just tell me what you are most proud of when it comes to being a part of this.
Oh my gosh. We did a promo shoot at the end of the season after we wrapped the second one, and I looked at Lori and BD and Nora, and I thought, wow, like it's just amazing that the 4 of us can come together on the show from all these seemingly disparate threads and all converge there. I just love that it brought us together. I mean, that sounds so cheesy, but that's what I'm proudest of.
I just am very happy to be working in this medium and getting to work with extraordinary actors, performers, and improvers. Nobody can understand how really not easy it is to improvise and to have the freedom and not be censored. And so it is just such a pleasing thing the senior citizen is enjoying.
Firefighter Stephen Siller's story has become one of the defining moments of 9/11. And now, 20 years later, his legacy endures thanks to the Tunnels to Towers Foundation organized by his brothers. But it started with a simple race to trace Siller's final footsteps from the foot of the Battery Tunnel to the Twin Towers. Last year, it was forced to go virtual, but this year, the 5K is back with 30,000 participants. News 4's Mark Santia caught up with the NYPD's counterterrorism chief as she trains for race day.
Not all superheroes wear capes. These Wonder Women are putting on 25 pounds of gear for a practice run through Battery Park.
How you feeling, good? Doing good, Chief.
Ahead of this year's Tunnel to Towers run, marking 20 years since the 9/11 attacks.
That day when people responded, this is what they wore. This is what they ultimately passed away in, and we want to symbolize exactly what they did that day.
Martine Matarazzo is the NYPD's first female chief of counterterrorism.
This entire Bureau of Counterterrorism was really formed because of that day. Every day we are out there, we are highly trained, we are the best equipped in the world to handle anything that's going to come our way. So I want to make sure that everybody in New York as well as the country knows that you are safe here.
Which is why Chief Matarazzo and Inspector Caroline Rowe are running in next week's race.
One of the most important things in my career, I lived through the 9/11.
Shining a spotlight on her fallen colleagues, Inspector Rowe had this flag specially made.
That flag basically represents every single individual that lost their lives that day, the 23 for the New York City Police Department and the 343 for the fire department.
Together, they will carry this flag the entire 3-mile route.
A 5K or a 3.5-mile race is nothing. Those people that lost their lives and continue to lose their lives would run a marathon just to be able to go home and spend one more day with their family.
The run honors the final steps of FDNY firefighter Stephen Siller, who died on 9/11/2001 after strapping on his gear and running through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel to the Twin Towers. Something that is not lost on Inspector Rowe, who will run alongside 22 officers to symbolize the NYPD's sacrifice.
And to have 23 people put on a uniform and do this for everyone who passed away, it's emotional.
And that emotion touches all who will be running, walking, participating this year.
I mean, it means so much. It gives me chills just to think about that I'm going to actually run the path that so many took that never came home that day.
In Lower Manhattan, Mark Santia, News 4 New York.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.